Hi, my name is Tania Jones, and I will be explaining how to create questions using Costa's level of thinking. So today we will be using the text, which is a poem called Dear Basketball. So, how to create questions. My teacher taught me a strategy to use when I was trying to create questions because we had to use different levels, which were 3. So she told us to make a house, a simple house, nothing inside of it, to draw 3 lines inside of it, and at the bottom box would be level 1 questions. The second box, which is in the middle, would be level 2 questions, and the top box would be level 3 questions. So what type of questions were in there? So for level 1, it would be simple questions that you can think of as you're reading through the text. So what was the main idea? What's the topic of the article? Or what's the author trying to convey? Or what type of audience is the author reaching towards? Then you have level 2 questions. Those are more complex questions. So how does the title relate to the information in the text? How does the author structure the text? So is it a poem, or is he trying to use steps? What is it? Then you have others like, in what ways does this article challenge or extend the ideas in the class? So then you have your top box, that's level 3. That's the ones that you really have to process and think about. That some would be, how might provide an audience. So you'd really have to think on another level 1 question, because in all, you have to make sure your levels are all of your questions are based off of one question. Just how like my level 3 question is about to be based off of my level 1 question. So how might provide an audience respond to this text? So that's one strategy that we had to use. Then what is Costa's level of thinking? So Costa's level of thinking is basically, let me put it this way. If you're trying to read a text, but you're not really asking yourself any questions, you're not really thinking about the text. So say there's a quiz about the text, like later on, you're not really gonna know anything because you just scanned it. You didn't really go through it, really see what it's about. But when you use Costa's level of thinking, you can change that. You can read it. If you don't understand it and you need to read it again, you create your questions after you read it the first time. Do the strategy that I taught, and then you can go back, reread it, ask those questions again, and you can really understand the text, understand what the author is trying to convey. You can see if the author, you can see if the author is credible. Why is the author's claim important for us to consider? Those are level 3 type of questions. So in all, I'm trying to say that Costa's level of thinking is a great strategy that my teacher taught me to help you understand and create questions on how to understand your text.